Welcome back. You're still tuned in to Salam Media, and the name of the show is News and Views with myself, Salailo Makwidi. The time is 23 minutes past 9, and we're glad that you're able to join us for the second hour of the show. And the second hour of the show is proudly sponsored by Africa Muslims Agency. Africa Muslims Agency, a beacon of hope to communities in Africa for over 35 years. Yeah. So, today, here on Salam Media, we are honored to have with us Her Excellency Ambassador Hanan Jarrar. She's the Palestinian ambassador to South Africa, and we'll be discussing the recent announcement by U.S. President Donald Trump, who revealed a bold and controversial redevelopment plan for the Gaza Strip. The proposal includes the U.S. taking over Gaza, clearing the destroyed areas, and relocating Palestinians to other countries. This has led to strong condemnation from Palestinian groups and international actors the world over. Ambassador Jarrar will shed light on the Palestinian perspective, the potential consequences of this plan, and just the broader geopolitical implications for the region. Ambassador, welcome to Salam Media. Really, really appreciate you giving us your time, and really happy to be chatting to you again.
Thank you so much. Good morning to you and good morning to all those who are listening to us in South Africa.
Thank you so much. I think first and foremost, let's get into it. What is the official position of the Palestinian Authority regarding President Trump's proposal to take over Gaza and resettle its people? And from you personally, as a Palestinian, what was your initial reaction? Outside of being a diplomat, but as a Palestinian, your initial reaction when you first heard those words from USA President Donald Trump?
First of all, the Palestinian official position was announced yesterday, immediately after the announcement of Trump in his press conference with Netanyahu. President Mahmoud Abbas strongly rejected and condemned these rhetoric statements by President Trump because, statements are against the international law first, against the international humanitarian law, because it's an open call for ethnic cleansing, genocide. It's an open call also for Netanyahu to continue genocide and to forcible displacement for Palestinians. So we do believe that these statements are not serious. It's only rhetoric statements that has been told before by Balfour, by Herzl, by many others who try to displace Palestinians and uproot them from their homeland. And Palestinians since 1948 and Nakba until now, which we consider it not less harmful than Nakba, never, even under forced displacement, under threat, under bombardment, never they left their own homeland. They leave and then they come back. They leave and then they come back. As a Palestinian human being, me personally, I don't believe that this will make any difference in the life of a Palestinian individual. Why? Because we are used to this. We are living with a vicious occupier. We have been under occupation for more than 76 years now. We never have the appetite to leave Palestine and to live in any other place in the world. All these 7 millions who have been scattered in refuge all over the world until now, those were forcibly displaced in 1948 and then denied access to go back to their homeland. That's why they're still outside. I believe that what's happening now is not only statements by Trump or by Netanyahu. It's a systematic approach, very organized, to lead the Palestinian cause, to end the Palestinian cause, to bring it to an end. Why? Because they are not only targeting Gaza. Gaza has been under bombardment, heavy bombardment for more than 15 months now. Now they are targeting West Bank, where, especially in Palestinian refugee camps in Jenin, in Tulkarem, in the north. This comes all in a package with the announcement that Trump is going to sign an executive order to stop funding UNRWA. and to weaken UN agencies who were originally created to support and to provide assistance for Palestinian refugees. So what is going now is just like ending the Palestinian issue of refugees, the terminology of refugees, the terminology of refugee camps. And by dismantling all these United Nations organizations that has been providing assistance, they were originally created to provide assistance for Palestinians. Our fear is that now what's happening in Gaza will move to West Bank, and another cycle of uh, religious compartment will take over West Bank and will lead to annexing some part of the West Bank to the entity of Israel.
Mm,
Well,
mm,
this is the situation, and unfortunately, it's so dire, it's so difficult. But at the same time, we are pleased of the international reaction against the Trump statement. Yesterday, many European countries in Latin America, South Africa, we have a meeting yesterday with Minister Lamola and with the team of the DG also in Derco. And the announcement was strongly rejected by the international community, which means that these announcements will not find a place to be implemented.
mm, mm. You mentioned, the reaction from the international community. I want to touch on, some of the Arab nations. Several countries, including Saudi Arabia, have expressed strong opposition to this displacement of Palestinians. How do you further foresee the reaction of Arab nations and those that have reacted? What do you make of it?
The Arab world is part of the geography also with Palestine. They are neighboring countries, they are the geographical context. And anything that of such a nature, especially with them calling of Trump for Egypt and Jordan to accommodate Palestinian refugees. So the condemnation of the Arab world comes in line because no one will accept to accommodate Palestinian refugees, especially after what happened in 1948. They are still accommodating Palestinian refugees in refugee camps inside many Arab countries. I don't think that this scenario will be accepted again. And as you mentioned, Saudi Arabia was the leader in announcing the strongest condemnation. Why? Because of course Saudi Arabia now is all over the news that Netanyahu wanted strongly after what happened to do normalization with Saudi Arabia, of course for their own interest. But I don't think that this will happen in the coming future.
Mm, mm. Do you think this announcement and this kind of rhetoric would have any kind of impact on the current ceasefire deal out in Gaza?
We hope that the first part of the ceasefire will continue and we will reach the second part. Our fear is that Netanyahu doesn't want the second phase of the ceasefire to take place because it will give him stay in the first stage where we are now will enable him to keep control over Gaza, no withdrawal of the Israeli army from Gaza, uh, uh, which means that they will keep the whole area without population in Gaza. Nobody will be interested in reconstruction or will offer money for reconstruction because, you know, the ceasefire is still in its first phase, so there is no move for the second phase. Sorry.
Mhm.
We do believe that this is what Netanyahu wants. Um, Hopefully, we will not stick into that part of the ceasefire which we are in now, and we will move into the second phase and into the third phase until the complete Israeli withdrawal from Gaza.
Mm. I think we're going to leave on that note, Ambassador Hanan. Really, really appreciate you giving us your time and giving us your reaction to, the statement, this, I think, disgusting statement by U.S. President Donald Trump. Really appreciate it. We're going to video for now.
Thank you so much.
Because there was Her Excellency Ambassador of Palestine to South Africa, Hanan Jarrar, just giving us her reaction to Donald Trump's absurd statement that he made yesterday, that the United States of America should be facilitating this takeover of Gaza. And he made this announcement with Benjamin Netanyahu. He called it a redevelopment plan for the Gaza Strip. The proposal essentially includes the United States of America taking over Gaza, clearing the destroyed areas, and relocating Palestinians to other countries. And I think we can all agree that this stinks of neocolonization, this stinks of ethnic cleansing, and it doesn't matter which international solidarity campaign you support, or which side of the fence you pick to be on. But I don't think there's anything that would justify this. This is colonization, just clearing out land, clearing the indigenous people of the land, and saying, yeah, we want to build a resort, we want to build fancy hotels, and you must make your way to all the neighboring countries. I think the more I think about it, the more unrealistic it feels. I don't think the world has let the US and Israel get away with so much, and it it feels this is impossible. It's not going to happen. It breaks every international law that you can think of, and a part of me says this is just Donald Trump again politicking, warmongering, and trying to please the Israelis, and Benjamin Netanyahu. So yeah. But it'll be interesting to see how the next few weeks pan out, and to see how all the various countries in the Middle East react to this. I think Saudi Arabia has came out to say it's not going to happen. They won't be normalizing ties with the state of Israel if this does happen. And other countries also have condemned it, Egypt, Jordan. So yeah, I think it's not going to happen. The world can't let it happen. We've already let a genocide happen. How do we now let a complete clearing out and ethnic cleansing of people away from their land? That would be something, eh? Going to take a quick break. When we come back, News and Views continues after this.